Hello and welcome back to Broken Chess, the show that gets it a little too broken sometimes and needs to dial it back. I'm here again with George Grothier. George, how are you recovering from your brutal loss the last time we played?
I'm really hoping that the second time we play this variant of chess for the show, it takes a little bit longer than 6 moves for me to lose.
I confess, I don't know if I am or not. I think a little longer video would be nice, but the comedy of the last time was just too perfect. But anyway, for those of you who maybe didn't catch that episode or want to refresh on this, we'll be playing Feelin Lucky Punk chess, in which each player's turn will be decided by the flip of a virtual coin here from justflipacoin.com. George will be heads, I'll be tails. Whoever wins the coin toss gets to move. Should be hopefully fairly even, but sometimes even just getting 2 moves in a row can end the game, as we saw the last time.
Difference maker.
It was indeed. All right, so let's get underway then. You ready to go, George?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, starting off the same as last time. That doesn't bode well.
Just my luck.
I will be making the same move.
Flip man.
Oh, yes. My apologies. Waiting for you to say what your move is going to be, but maybe you don't get a move. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, so I think I'm going to move my bishop, but not to the same square, because if you get the next move, you could put a pawn in the way and then capture me. So I'm going to go here. And now let's see if I get to make a third move. Congratulations, George.
Finally, I'm going to move my pawn from E2 to E3.
Interesting. All right.
Is it?
I think it is, yeah. All right, let's see. Do you get to move again? Yes, you do. Ooh, bully for you.
Let's take that bishop and move it F1 to B5.
All right. I see what you're going for.
No, you don't.
All right. Does George get move number 3? No. Too bad. All right, so I can clearly my move here. Pawn up to C6. And do I get to capture his bishop? I do.
Come on.
That coin is really, really favored black here. All right. Well, maybe you'll get me back this time. No. You might want to investigate. This coin might be weighted.
I think we need to
Let's
investigate the person flipping the coin.
I have so little understanding of computers that even if I wanted to design a coin flipper to give me a bunch of moves in a row, I could not. However,
I'll just sit on my hands here.
Yeah, that seems like that might be the best use of your time. But let's see, maybe, that's 3 in a row for me, I think.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, it's more than 6. We've been more than 6 so far. So
yeah,
out better.
I'm going to move my queen because I sort of see what you're doing here with that knight. I'm going to move my queen from D1 up to G4.
Okay. There you go. All right. Do you get to capture it? Let's find out. You do.
Hell yes, I get to capture it.
All right. So that is
move
what you're doing?
that queen on over to E4.
All right. That's too bad. All right. And now what do I get to do?
If anything.
I have a few. I am going to castle.
Would castle.
Yeah, because if you capture the pawn and then you got the next move, the game would be over.
Yeah.
So I think what I learned from that is you want to be very defensive. You want to play a very defensive game. All right. And now what I'm going to do is move that rook over 1. So if you capture that pawn, maybe you won't capture that pawn. I don't know. Will you capture that pawn, George?
I'm not going to capture the pawn. I'm going to move my queen from e4 to d5.
All right. That certainly could cause some trouble right here in River City. That's a reference. That isn't. Anyway. Get in the comments. Let us know if you know that reference. All right, I'm gonna do a little protection here. At least I hope it's protection. And my knight, excuse me, to a6. And George gets to move.
Well, I'm going to move my knight from b1 to c3.
Okay. Good. Yeah. You again.
I'm going to move my knight from c3 to b5 and capture your pawn.
And he had such hopes and dreams.
Well, he was a pawn. He had to know that they weren't really realistic.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's like a 80% chance that you're going to get captured.
Made that up.
Yeah. No, I'm just guessing. Yeah, I did make it up. I don't know, but I mean, most of them don't make it to the end of the board. That's for sure. All right. Oh, and so
it's 3 in a row for me.
Yeah, it's a good run for you. Don't squander it.
Yeah. Now I'm going to move my pawn. I'm gonna get my rooks involved here. Spoiler alert. If I get another turn after this, I'm gonna move my pawn from h2 to h4.
All right. And now please coin. Treat me kindly. Oh no.
I'm gonna move my rook from h1 to h3.
Lady Luck better smile. Oh, thank goodness. All right.
Luck be a lady. That's another reference.
It sure is. Tony Bennett smiling somewhere right now. I'm gonna move my pawn up here to d6. And I'm gonna really hope fortune smiles on me now. Damn.
Well, now I'm going to move my knight from b5 to d6 and capture your pawn.
Come on, come on. Oh no.
I'm going to move my... Oh. Okay, I'm going to move my...
Yeah, so you could be really aggressive here and it could really work out for you. Or it could really backfire. Actually, no, it could only work out for you. Kind of. Yeah. If we're looking at the same thing, you could win the game if you get the next move, but you can't lose it, or you can't. Anyway.
Yeah, I am looking at the same thing. I'm going to move my queen from d5 to f7 and put you in check.
Okay. Yeah, and so I only have...
Well, it's not your move necessarily.
Right, so maybe you win?
And I do. Vengeance is fruitful. If that's a phrase,
right.
I just coined it.
Don't say coin right now. It's very sensitive. All right. So that engine won't let me officially capture the king, but for all of you watching, know that George did indeed capture my king. All right. So I'll end the screen share here, and we'll debrief. So what are your thoughts this time around?
Well, I think in terms of how broken it was, we definitely saw some runs of 3 or 4 turns in a row. Definitely favoring me a little bit more this time than last time. So
yeah,
I think I would still say like an 8 or a 9 broken.
Yeah, the unpredictability of it makes it almost impossible to plan. Like I moved that pawn up there. I had some good plans, but I didn't get to do any of them because you got the next 2 moves and won the game.
The coin giveth and the coin taketh away.
Yes, it doesn't.
Fun factor, it was still fun because the unpredictability makes it so volatile.
Yeah, this might be the most. I mean, the Shapeshifter chess, which we played a few weeks ago, a month or two ago, was quite good. But as far as like that game also took a while. This, I think you're pretty much guaranteed, assuming you don't really deliberate your moves, you're pretty much guaranteed to be done in under 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
so you could, yeah, if, I absolutely could play this. You'd almost want to play like a best of 7 series just to see what happens.
We might have to do that after we finish the recording.
Yeah, maybe when the NBA and NHL playoffs come around, we'll do that.
Well, if baseball stays in its lockout,
well,
maybe we'll do this instead of the World Series.
That's getting very ahead of ourselves, but yeah, that would be certainly something. All right, so George, thanks for coming back on, and we look forward to playing another game with you again. And well, thank you all for watching. Bye.